The majority of Black women are not queens. You are paid government agents. You are empowered, but not in the way that you think. You teamed up with the government via government assistance, child support, legal filings, and they weaponized you against your own community and your own men. They sold you on being strong and independent, but really they just isolated you and set you up for further manipulation and failure. The system didn't for you. It actually programmed you to fight against your own, disrespect your men, and not respect your elders. You traded family for funding, and while you celebrate your freedom, your house just is slowly burning down, actually rapidly. Unfortunately, you're not raising children, you're actually programming them. Your daughters are repeating the same cycles as you, becoming baby mamas, involved in sugar daddy culture, whole culture, all of the above. And then your sons lack leadership, discipline, and self-control. So just no order at all, just all dysfunction, emotionality, and rage. You became the perfect weapon to inject the dysfunction right directly into your children, so they don't have to do it because you're doing it for them. But then you brag about your degrees and how you're the most educated and independent and strong and how you guys can take care of yourself, but your children can't read. Can we make that make sense? And as long as you keep choosing the system over Black men, you'll remain a non-player character, a program bot running down a government code, just raising the next generation of slaves. And this is why you lead in obesity, single motherhood, least likely to get married, least desirable, most likely to raise a criminal. It's because you're a product of the very system that you think you're outsmarting.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakakadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone and salutations to the brothers that push this truth week in, week out. To the brothers and sisters that believe and follow this truth in sincerity, we say Shalom. To the coast of David, which by default is the kingdom of heaven, we say Shalom. This is your brother Daniela from the West Ham, Trinidad, GMS. I'm bringing to you a short video, right, on this video right here, with this so-called Black woman, because she's not Black, but she is of the house of Sarah. You know, she does. I believe she's an Israelite. You know, so when she's speaking nothing but truth, because these women today, they were weaponized by the government, right? This reminds me of the Willie Lynch letter, right? The Willie Lynch, you know, he programmed a woman to come up against the so-called Black man, which is, you know, her husband, right? And it's the very same scenario that took place in the Garden of Eden. This is exactly what took place, right? The rebellion of the so-called Black woman against her husband, the so-called Black man, which today we know to be the Israelites of the scriptures. The Israelite women are rebelling against her men, and now she's independent and strong, right? And it was all a setup, you know, by the powers that be of this world, right? That is what this woman liberation was all about. We know through the scriptures, we know this scenario to be played over and over again. It's just being played out again, right? The woman wanting to have Adam's position, which is Eve. Eve wanting to have Adam's position. She wanted to be as God, as gods, because the men are who the scriptures claim that they are gods. The Israelite man, she wanted his position, right? And also what she did too. She totally went against the, you know, all this fallbacks on the curses of Deuteronomy. But you know, this scenario that's playing over itself once more again, right? And you know, as it says in Deuteronomy, the curses that the woman would hate, you know, she would hate her husband, she would, you know, eat our children, the men would leave, right? All this is part of prophecy that is taking place today. So you see how rebelliously our women are towards the Israelite man, right? And it's also, Israel is the Most High's woman, and as Israel did the Lord and turn away from the Lord, and if they follow idols, they follow other lovers, this is another way that the Lord put curses on Israel to let them feel how he felt, right? How women now are totally disrespectful to us. They think they're better than us. They cast us aside. They say, they're independent. These women say they are feminists, you know what I mean? And that leads to the destruction of our families, So this is just prophecy taking place. Now, let me read something in Jeremiah 31 and 22. It says Jeremiah 31:22. Let me color it up. I say, how long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord had created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Right? Now this is it just shows that curses are real. Right? This is Jeremiah 3. I'll read from 5, and I want to read about Israel's departure from the Lord. Right? This is Jeremiah 3 and 5. Will he reserve anger forever? Will he keep it to the end? Behold, thou hast spoken and done evil things that couldst. The Lord said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel hath done? Yeah. Israelites, they backslide, and they turn away from the Lord, right? It's the same thing our women are doing against us. If anybody in the chat, could find that scripture, you could put it up. If you could remember that scripture. But we're going on. Hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel had done? She is gone up upon every high mountain and under every green tree, and they had played the harlot. And I said, after she had done all these things, turn thou unto me. But she returned not, and her treacherous sister Judah saw it. Right, so that is the northern and the southern kingdoms. When the southern kingdom saw, which was Judah, went and do the same thing. Right, this is 8. I reach 8. I color it one time. Right. And I saw when, for all the causes thereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, and had put her away, and given her a bill of divorce. Right. So, what Jeremiah speaking here is poetic. Is like the Most High's woman. The two of the Most High's woman is who? Judah and Israel. And it explains what happened with the two kingdoms. They began to backslide, and turn onto idols from the other nations, right? What they did, they committed adultery. I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not. Judah saw what was going on and didn't fear, but went and played the harlot also. See? Scriptures tell you that these two kingdoms went and do some treacherous thing against the Lord. It's 9. And it came to pass through the likeness of her whoredoms that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stock. What did Adam and Eve did in the garden? They defiled the land. Do you know what they did? They committed adultery. Spiritual adultery. What they was doing was praying to idols, the other nations. That's why they get kicked out of the garden. That's what it's really about. It really not a fruit. The fruit was what they was worshipping is another philosophy, right? They took unto them. It's the same thing with Israel. They got kicked out. The Lord put them away, right? Judah and Israel. It's the same thing with Adam and Eve. It's the same scenario, okay? That's why today I get that. Alright, let me continue. Alright, at 10. And yet for all this, her treacherous sister Judah had not turned unto me with her whole heart, but firmly said unto the Lord, and the Lord said unto me, the backsliding Israel had justified herself more than treacherous Judah. You see that? Go and proclaim these words towards the north, and say, return thou backsliding Israel, which the northern kingdom is Israel, right? Said the Lord, and I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, said Yahweh, and I will not keep anger forever. Right? Only acknowledge thy iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against your Lord thy God, and hast scattered thy ways to the strangers unto every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, said Yahweh. That's the same voice that was in the garden. Yeah? Same voice that came and spoke unto Adam and Eve, right? Turn no backslided children, said the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one from a city unto the family, and I will bring you unto Zion, right? So the Lord was married unto Israel, but Israel became what? Adulterous. And it's the very same reason why a woman, as she said, the women are against so-called black man, right? Which is the Israelite man. That is what is taking place. You know, as the scripture says, there's nothing new under the sun. Let me get that. It's Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. I think it's Ecclesiastes 1 and 9 or something. Right. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that had been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done, is that which had been done, and there's no new thing under the sun. So this is not new. What the woman, you know, what the so-called black woman is doing is nothing new, right? But she broke it down well. She explained well what is going on with the so-called black woman in today's world. You're being tricked. You're being duped by who? The serpent, which is Esau Edom, right? Telling you to get rid of the man out of the house and he will take care of you. But you know what I mean? The scripture said, tremble ye women that are at ease. Who do you think it's speaking about? It's speaking about these very women that this woman is speaking about. Because you women think that you're independent and you're strong, and you can do it without a man. That's why you're into all these problems. No. You know, and a lot of you try to get into that conversation of how you can fix things. Well, the first way you can fix things is by coming back to the covenant that the Lord had made with you, you know. So yeah, with that, you know, hope this lesson was edifying, right? Through the Spirit, we give all praises and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash, the Malonesi Apostle and Elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the brothers that push the shoot week in, week out, and the brothers and sisters that follow and believe in the truth. To the house of David, which by default is the kingdom of heaven. Say Shalom. Right? So Brother Daniela, till the next video, Shalom.